Welcome, I'm Cynthia Greer talking about twin flames in complete separation who are blocked and ghosted. I am the author of Spiritually Single in Sickness and Health, A Woman's Guide to Healing at a Soul Level, Twin Flames Beyond the Veil of Illusion, and the sequel of that book, which is shortly going to be coming onto the market on Amazon, probably within a week to 2 weeks. Twin Flames, Healing the Shattered Heart When Union Isn't Possible. I have a good background on twin flames as I grew up in a cluster of them. I was exposed to the teaching very young in life and worked behind the scenes in helping twins either come into union or adjust to the fact that it wasn't meant to be in this lifetime. Okay, so does it mean when you are in absolute no contact and you are blocked and ghosted that there isn't a possibility with your twin? Of course not. There is always that possibility that the energy with your twin is going to shift and change if they come into the awareness of your connection and begin to understand the significance of it. Now, does this mean that they have to be really highly evolved on a spiritual level to do so? Absolutely not. Because a great deal of the reason that twins come into a physical union on the earth plane is to learn the lessons and correct mistakes through raising the level of consciousness that it was not raised to in past lifetimes. So there truly is a mission for twin flames to fulfill on a very high cosmic level, but when they embody in physical form, it is with that understanding that they are to work together on the earth plane. And the only reason this often does not happen is because they are not at a consciousness level to where they can take the responsibility that comes with a committed physical relationship. And there are other aspects to this, but I'm not going to go into those in this particular video, because this is for those who have met and contact has been broken for one reason or another. And 100% of the time, after this happens, the twin who is in the higher awareness of what this connection really is finds themselves in a state of obsession over the fact that they are not in union, or their twin is with another partner maybe even in a committed marriage. And the obsession is built from fear. Because every fear that we have on this planet is based on the fear of survival and impending death at some point. So, really, on a deep level, what you are feeling is that if you miss this opportunity with your twin, especially if you are in the childbearing years, that you are going to miss all of the cycles of life that are natural for a couple to experience together. And those desires, I will validate to you right now. They are perfectly natural because God did intend for you to have them, because younger twins of childbearing age are to do that if it is possible to raise the vibration of this planet in wholesomeness and a higher level of consciousness. This is the divine plan. And if you are coming into union at an older age, perhaps you met earlier, it is in order to pick up where you left off, to understand those mistakes and lower levels of consciousness and raise your consciousness together. But that is what it really is all about with union, is twins raising the consciousness level together. So, if you are at a point in this connection where your twin feels the depth of it, but they are completely paranoid and thrown off balance, so they have chosen to just go in an opposite direction right now, or they really and truly want to stay with the partner that they're with or explore other relationships. You are at a point where you are being called, actually called, to further raise your consciousness level from where you are at right now. And that is going to require you to release this connection to the higher God source, and also to your higher consciousness, also known as your I am consciousness. Because in the etheric realms, on those higher levels, your twin is definitely aware of who you are and what the connection is. It's just that the human creation that surrounds this connection on the earth plane through all of the Maya, the consciousness of the collective, and all of the influences that brings in when twins are not at a really high level of consciousness, is what is keeping you apart. So you're meant to grow together. I have seen twins do this that had extreme difficulties, whether they were physical disabilities, whether they were financial disabilities, split families through divorces, you name it. When twins have that desire, even if they don't understand all of this about the higher realms, the higher consciousness, the ascended masters, on an inner level, they just have that knowing. They're going to put it together, they're going to make it work. First and foremost, that means solid communication. So, if you are at that point where you are not getting it, and you are obsessing about what they are doing, how they are living their lives, the partner they are with, whatever, you are splitting your energy and you are veering off of the path that is required for you to begin the process of ascension. And it is very spiritual, and there is no two ways about it. And many people argue this path. They argue it. They beat everything down and say, well, I want to purely experience it on a physical level. I will do whatever it takes to get there. And they constantly obsess about their twin and obsess about getting this union without realizing the amount of energy and the time that they are spending either fishing for information on a psychic level through readings or dwelling on the fact that they aren't together and there is no contact. This is unhealthy, and it is not the way of the divine. Because when the doors are closed and everything is blocked at that level, you are being called to the understanding of what your higher path of service is. Now, some of you in this position may already know. You may have a career that is not getting 100% focus because you're branching the energies out into this obsession. And you may be thinking, well, I'm putting in my time. I'm doing a really good job. I'm doing what I have to do. But there is a higher level of that service that is going to require you to use your empathic abilities on their highest level. Because all twins are starseeds and light workers. And they are in preparation for their eternal journey. And if you are not getting the opportunity at this time with your twin, it is your responsibility to keep the balance of the polarity of that cosmic mission, because you are the awakened, enlightened twin. And so when you stay in that mode of obsession, you are rebuking, you're rejecting that cosmic path. And not only that, you won't be shown what you have to do on the higher levels to make it go above and beyond the Maya, to cut through all of the human creation down here and fulfill it to its highest level. It will only be halfway done. And that is going to require you to come back and do things over again at some point in time. Maybe in this lifetime, you will have to pick up the slack that you didn't do when you were in the obsession. Or another track altogether in separation from your twin. Maybe you won't even be embodied at the same time, in order for the two of you to raise your consciousness. So this is a very serious issue. And my guides and the Ascended Masters are telling me that this is such a critical time on this earth, that the more time you spend in obsession, you are feeding the fuel of anger, resentment, and bitterness. And therefore, you are not turning the connection over to God. You are trying to be in control of everything. And true twin flames are to evolve to the level where they love God more than each other. Because when they love God more than each other, union is inevitable at some point in time, because they are lovingly and willingly accepting their path of service. Also, if you don't know where you are going in your path of service, and you are hooked so much into this connection that you are in a job or path of service that you absolutely hate and you are continually disgruntled in, this is a call to really look at how you are spending your energy. Because, believe me, when you are in obsession and you have all the emotions that come with it, you are not in a place of trust. I will leave you with this. If you have any questions for me, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments. I wish you so much love and many blessings.